180!
Ross is playing well. I mean, he took that bullseye out to beat Yelly, which was incredible. And I see him afterwards, he said, I just threw it and closed my eyes, you know, and which sometimes, you know, you kind of do that. But this is going to be a tough game for Ross. But he's certainly got the game. And I know we keep saying it about, you know, hold on to your throw. Don't, you know, at the moment, if Michael gets in front of you, he's hard to pull back. So it is hold on to your throw and keep with him.
100.
Yeah, you're not going to get many chances, you would think, against Michael van Gerwen. The ones you do get, they may only be half chances. So you best make sure you take them. He may have to pull out another ball finish or two here, Ross Smith, if he is going to win this one. But we did see, when he hit that 9-darter against A.D. Lewis in Gibraltar, a little glimpse of the kind of dart player this guy can be.
And that's what he's got to do. When he gets that first dart in the treble, he's got to make sure he hits two. You know, he's got to take the game to Michael,
85.
a bit like David Pallett did this afternoon to Dave Chisnell. You know, you get in front of him and you keep taking it. Every time they hit a score, you equal it. And when they hit a bad one, you punish them. Very easy to say, I do realise that. But if you're going to beat Michael van Gerwen, that's the be-all of it. You've got to do that.
Yeah, well, you can certainly look to Dave Pallett as an archetype, an example of exactly the sort of performance he's looking for. He knocked out Dave Chisnell, the second seed, with just a sustained display of brilliance, certainly in the opening sort of 5 or 6 legs. It was fantastic stuff.
Well, Ross just dropped his dart, so he's just composed himself, and another treble here would be brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. 2-140s on the trot to leave 43. This is where you need a little bit of luck. Now, you're going to get a bit of luck because Van Gerwen hasn't taken it out. Now, he's going to get 2 darts at a double, and it's a breaker throw. It's a big, though it's the first leg, massive time in this game.
Snuck it in, that 11, and double 16's what he wants. That's not far away. Plenty of room left.
27.
Oh, we said about taking your chances against Michael van Gerwen, and that is an absolutely enormous one. And it's gone begging.
Oh, treble 16. That leaves double 12, and you know the way Michael's playing. Normally he takes this out double 6. And that's what I said, you know, you give him a chance, he's going to take it. He's on the top of his game, he's confident when he walks up to them. He feels that he's going to take it out. And, you know, Ross had a massive chance there, 2 darts at a double.
Oh, we saw the trademark MVG fist bump. Bit of a gurn on hitting that 72. We didn't see a lot of that against Vincent. And part of it's that his great mates showing him a bit of respect. Part of it is that Vincent was actually giving him a heck of a game. But if Michael van Gerwen gets back to his bouncy and
100
bubbly best, Ross Smith has got some major problems.
That's a perfect dart. Like I said, when he gets a dart like that, he's got to follow up at least one more, which he's done. Brilliant darts from Ross Smith. Absolutely brilliant. Like I said, when you get a chance, you've got to take them. And he certainly did there.
134.
Well, now he wanted a 183 in the previous leg and hit a 140 for the 43. Now a little minimum of a ton, and he's going to come to the double first. He's gone 180, 140. The previous leg he went 140, 140 at crucial times in the game. And he's given himself a chance. And he's outscoring Michael at the moment, but he's just got to take these chances.
32.
Yeah, well, a chance to exercise those demons from the opening leg when he missed chances, and Ross Smith.
Third leg Michael to
wow, 13 darter. You are in a game, Michael, my son.
60.
Yeah, 6 darts in each leg that Ross Smith has thrown has been exceptional. Just needs to keep it up. He looks quite composed, isn't rushing things.
It's got to be quite easy as a player when you're playing Michael van Gerwen to get carried away with all that energy on stage, so quick to maybe rush your darts when you don't need to.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Dan. And you know what I say about playing the dartboard and playing your own game. That's what I mean. You know, you don't get rushed along. You don't panic. You don't get speeded up. You just play. And at the moment, Ross is doing that. He's playing the game at his pace, not Michael's.
100.
Winner of this one through to the third round to face Michael Barnard. 6-4 winner over Kevin Painter earlier on. Kev won't like that. I can promise you that.
Well, things have been going quite well for Ross Smith just lately. He's won the Order of Merit
97.
on the Challenge Tour, which has got him in the Grand Slam, got him in the World Pro qualifiers. Got his entry fees paid for the Pro Tour for next year and a tour card. So things are pretty good. Just signed a contract with Target Darts. So he's probably feeling good. And of course, when you're feeling good, you get up in the morning and, you know, it makes everything look so, well, a lot easier. And I think that's why he's throwing brilliant darts at the moment.
Well, not a great visit for him there. Could have really put some pressure on Michael to hold his own throat. Well, that's straight into the treble, and that gets him a shot at a double, and it's going to be double 16. And absolutely no bother for the Dutchman. 102 checkout. You're saying about Ross Smith, how far can this lad go then? You've seen more of him than most.
96.
You know, it may take another 2 to 3 years before he starts contesting semi-finals and finals of major events. It may be before then, you know, the major TV events. But, you know, I've known him a couple of years now, as in, you know, watching him as a dart player, and the improvement has been incredible. So if he keeps improving, and the experience of playing people like Michael on the big stage, even if he loses, he's going to take something off it that will make it be a bit easier next time. So, you know, it's just learning his trade very well. Perhaps that's the wrong expression, but it certainly is the right expression for me. And yeah, he can go all the way. He's got the scoring power. Just needs to get that experience to do that extra exceptional dart at the right time.
Yeah, these European Tour events perhaps might be the first time people have seen them, because it's been streamed free, live and worldwide on the PDC YouTube channel. Has the feel of a major tournament, the big stage, the crowds. Great stepping stone for some of these guys, say like a Dave Pallett, to get that experience before going on to the major TV tournaments.
Well, that's what they've been brought in for. You know, that's why now the Youth Tour and then the Challenge, and then you've got the Pro Tour, the Euro Tour, then the major TV events, the Masters events. So, you know, we've got a good stepping stone right from the bottom. But Ross Smith now wants the treble 18. No, he's gone for the treble 20. Well, Michael's taken out 72 in his first winning leg, and he took out 102 in his second winning leg. Now he wants 74.
And there it is, Michael van Gerwen with a breaker throw. 74 checkout.
Fifth leg, Michael to
impressive stuff from the young Dutchman. And Ross Smith, as well as he's fought so far, finds himself 2 legs down. And look at that, he's averaging 101. He's outscoring Michael, but he's missing those chances at the end of legs. And we talked about him taking those chances. It's not as if they're just, you know, half chances, you know, 150 outshots. He's got down there and given himself a decent dart, sometimes 2 at a double.
Well, the only difference is, you know, he's missed 2 darts at the double, and Michael's taken out now 3 shots. The 3 winning legs, 72, 102 and 74. Now, normally you'd think, well, he may take out 1, may take out 2. But to take out 3, you're thinking, you know, how's your luck, you know.
140.
But his 140 count is really good, Ross, at the moment. But we know what Michael can do.
92.
Ross Smith needs to find a treble at least. 2 would be very welcome.
91.
Important last start.
170.
Now, will either of these guys take out the 170? It won't be Michael van Gerwen.
96.
Ross Smith, what a way to reply to being broken this would be.
Well, if he doesn't take it out, just make sure. Oh, and that looks perfect, doesn't it? Surely he's going to hit another treble. You said it, Dan. Is he going to hit the box? Oh, well, that's a really good attempt at it. But what he's done, he's given himself 2 darts and a double if Michael doesn't take this out. But Michael not 4 on the trot.
74 for the second leg running, and Michael van Gerwen, that is an absolute sickener for Ross Smith. So close to a 170 checkout to break the van Gerwen serve and get himself back into the match. Michael van Gerwen, 74, 74, 72 and 102.
58.
It is a cracking display of finishing we're seeing.
Yeah, 4 out of 4. You don't see that very often at all. And, you know,
100.
Ross has just walked into Michael when he's on form. But, you know, Ross is still outscoring him. It's just those checkouts. But he still looks very composed. Ross, he's not panicking. He's not cursing himself. He's not shaking his head. You know, he's not showing weakness to Michael.
Yeah,
strange old performance from van Gerwen. It feels like all he's doing is going to the board, hitting 100 pretty much every time, including the 5th visit where he'll usually go out. And that's it. It's not spectacular. It's not the explosive van Gerwen we know, hitting 140s and 180s all over the place. But he's just getting the job done. Training behind significantly in this leg, it has to be said, as Ross Smith looks to reduce the arrears. There you go. 13, 15, 15, 14 darts. So yeah, certainly the last 3 legs for Michael van Gerwen. 100 a visit, 5 visits. I'll have the leg, thank you very much.
Well, you know, again, a leg where Ross has really outscored Michael.
96. Ross, you require 84.
Well, he's going to get 6 darts from here now. And look at them 16s now. Treble 16, leaving double 8 or just a couple of big 16s. Now a 16 or an 8. Leaves him double 16 when he returns. He'll have 3 clear.
Russia requires 32.
A ropey visit from Michael van Gerwen, but it may well be a lost cause anyway. As Ross Smith looks at double 16 for just his 2nd leg. And he'll feel it is no less than he deserves with the way he's played so far.
Yeah, quite agree with you. Van Gerwen's still up at 102 average. Sorry, Michael's at 95 and Ross is still at 102 average. People who are new to the game, if they look at the stats, they would think it would be Ross Smith that would be 4-2 up.
It's a little bit baffling, isn't it, when you look at it? He's not really done a great deal wrong. It's just Michael just taking out those shots at the critical times.
45.
Now the chance. He's had a lot of 140s in this game. And another one of those 140s will give him the throw.
Working his way down towards that treble bed.
60.
Works his way too much. He's not happy with that.
That's the first time we've seen him curse himself. As long as he's doing it walking to the board so Michael can't
60.
see it.
Well, Michael having a bit of a word with himself as well.
This is when Ross will stick in a 140 now. Oh, that's a low dart.
Michael, little duck of the head there, setting himself, geeing himself up to find that treble bed, which he finally does. Can only put 1 in there though. Well, a maximum here would be an absolute godsend for Ross Smith. Well, he'd be frustrated not to follow it there.
Yeah, the one caused him not to have a outshot. It would have been 160 if that had been a 20.
140.
Yeah, that's a good setup from Michael van Gerwen. Yeah, that one has cost Ross Smith not having the 160 out. But you always think, well, perhaps this is the leg where Michael's going to miss doubles.
99.
You know, he's 4 out of 4 on his checkouts.
36.
Oh, Michael van Gerwen leaves the door open for Ross Smith. Sets himself, looking at the treble 20. Well, 20 for double top. Now that looks like it's covered a bit of the bed. Can he squeeze it in there?
40.
Had to move over, couldn't quite do it.
Michael, you require 20.
Do you know, it isn't if Ross has missed the doubles by miles. You know, a lot of them have been right on the wire. You know, he hasn't got out, and he's going to get another chance.
40.
With 3 darts in his hand, aiming at the same double, he does have a tendency, and as all players do, to be fair, but you do struggle to find weaknesses in Michael's game, but that's certainly one of them. He does have a tendency, and they may all miss very close. Certainly closer than that. But that one is absolutely perfect, and Ross Smith has broken back, and he's back within 1 leg of Michael van Gerwen.
Yeah, and he's got Michael shaking his head now. So this is where you need to just stick in a nice strong leg. Don't use any more than 15 darts. If you can throw the 12 darter, it's really nearly impossible for him to beat, and that is absolutely perfect. And he's followed it up. And he's followed it up. A brilliant 180. What a great start to this leg.
100.
Well, Rod Harrington, friend of the betting pundits, would probably have said back Michael van Gerwen for the most 180s in this match going into this, would he not? We are still waiting for van Gerwen's first. Ross Smith has hit 2.
100.
Maybe this is it for Michael van Gerwen.
170.
And he's come down for the ball.
Yeah, I don't understand that shot. You know, he's hit the bullseye, so it's only 10 off the 60, so it works. But sometimes a player will do that just to try and put a little bit of something in the opponent's head. You know, you turn around and go, well, what'd you go that for? You know, you're taking the mickey out of me. You know, just to try and put them off their rhythm a bit.
I did it because I can.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. 161.
Well, we're in a good situation here for Ross. You know, make sure you hit 1 treble, and then you're forcing Michael to take this 97 out. Perhaps he'll go 25 now.
55.
Well, no treble for Ross Smith, and despite that 180 in this leg, Michael van Gerwen's in a great position. He's been so deadly on these finishes under 100 so far. He's not going to do it here, and that is a dreadful last dart. Using a big number on your last darts that leave tops. Well, that is a nightmare.
You can see how much that annoyed Ross. It was the only one that wouldn't leave him a shot. If he'd gone on the other side, hit the 5, he's still got the treble 17 bullseye.
2 pretty dreadful darts from both men there. The 5 for Michael van Gerwen, followed by the 1 from Ross Smith. But van Gerwen has the upper hand and he's looking for a 5-3 lead, and there it is. There it is. And Ross Smith, after working so hard to get that break back, now finds himself needing to win 3 legs on the trot against the #1 seed, the world #2, the Premier League champion, and one of the most feared men in darts.
Yeah, I said that, you know, Ross has got to hold on to his throw really strongly. He threw 15 darts there, but not having a dart of the double. And Michael, the way Michael's playing, you know, he ain't going to let you up from that. You know, they're the bare facts. He ain't going to let you up from that. But that's a great start.
140.
Let's get this right. I mean, this isn't the van Gerwen that has terrorised people for the last few months. This is pretty much a 3rd gear performance from him. We've not seen him turn on the afterburners, but here comes Ross Smith trying to keep in the game, and back-to-back 140s, keeping his hopes alive here.
the thing is, when you're playing well, like Michael is, you know, you tend to feel that you're always going to get a bit of luck. And, you know, we go back to the first leg. Now Ross had 2 darts at double 16. That could have changed the whole context of the game. And you know, you can't. People say to you, "Oh, it's all you ever say is you know you've got to take your chances." Well, that's the facts.
60.
It is absolute the facts against this guy and Taylor. You give yourself chances by pounding that treble 20, and you know you need to take them out. But Ross, you know, he's never panicked. He's kept going. You know, he's always been around. It's a good performance. Just that Michael van Gerwen, those 4 checkouts. To me, that's the only difference.
90.
He misses 1 or 2 of them like he normally would. Ross is in the game.
Well, Michael van Gerwen looking to close out the match here. 24 off, so double top he wants, and that's a match start mixed.
Ross requires 71.
Ross Smith, 71. Sets himself to keep his hopes alive in the Dutch Darts Masters. That is a lovely dart, so looks at double 10 now. He has to come up for double 5. Last dart in his hands and misses
61.
outside, and that may be the end of that for Ross Smith.
And again, they're not miles away, they're right on the wire, aren't they? I mean, it's so easy for that to drop in. You know, it's just one of those days for Ross Smith, but Van Gerwen hasn't hit this double. He has now. And you've got to admit that those 4 checkouts, 72, a couple of 74s and a 102, was the difference. A good display of darts from Ross Smith, and certainly a young man who's got a great future.